great players and the great teams that I've had the honor of coaching, whether it be for the United States or Duke, it's much more than physical. And it basically is that that person or that team does not have a point of failure. They have interruptions, which knock them back, but they will never accept failure, in training, in competition, or whatever. So they're just woven a certain way where they see, in Michael's case, the gold, the NCAA, they see themselves being great. And sometimes in teaching that, you have to help them get over those points. But whether it's Grant Hill or LeBron James or Kobe Bryant or a number of guys that I've had to coach that have it, I think that's that. If I had to say one thing, certainly they're talented and all that, but it's that thing inside of them, and then sometimes you have to help them find that then gets them, and all of a sudden they go past the limit that they thought they had.
But I think the biggest thing is, I know if I'm prepared, nothing else matters. I think this time in 2016 was probably the first time where I've gone into an Olympics completely giving 100%, being at every workout, sleeping the right amount, doing the right things away from the pool. The couple of coaches always say, nothing good happens after midnight. I'm in bed before midnight. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, all of those things I did before going into this Olympics because I knew I had to do it the exact way, no other way.
Did you ever not trust your coach or question your trust?
I mean, I guess when I started at 11, when he told me, when I'm an 11-year-old kid and he comes up to me and says, you could make the Olympic team in 4 years, obviously that's something a kid wants to hear.
Yeah.
So at that point I was like, okay, if this guy says he can do it, I might as well trust him. And ever since then, I think I always had trust in him, and I think that's why I never left. Uh-huh. I knew that if I ever came back to swim, he was the only one that I was going to swim for. And I obviously at times we butt heads, I threatened to leave, but we know that's never going to happen. But I think something that was really cool that you said, shared vision. I think that was something that he was probably getting me to see from the age of 11, where he was, he taught me to goal set. He taught me to dream as big as you could possibly dream. I think that's one thing that I've lived on for so long is, as an 11-year-old kid, did I dream of being the best ever? Yeah, everybody does. But it's the sacrifices that I made and the goals that I had and the things that I had to do to be able to get to that point or even have that opportunity. I think that was something that he taught me at a very young age. He taught me how to set short-term, long-term goals, and I do it every year. I still do. I was talking to you about my goal sheet that I had that I just found. I have it hanging in my closet. I think there were so many people who doubted things that I wanted, and I believed that I could achieve them. I believed that I could go into 2008 and be perfect. I believed that because I had trained for it and I prepared for it. And I was getting ready to do something that nobody had ever done in Olympic history. And, I think just being able to get to that point where I believed in myself that it could happen, I think that was, the little extra edge.
Culture takes over a lot of times in competition. You made a number of interesting points, great points. One of them was you took pride. I don't know if you caught it. He took pride in the fact that it wasn't about his gold medals, but the fact that U.S. swimming has been the most dominant. Well, in other words, you're part of a great culture. You're part of a great now you're a big part of that great culture, but you're still part of a culture. And so when you go out there, you're not just competing for you're competing for that culture. And if we can get that, we have a better chance of winning.